Hi, y'all. Welcome to Spirit Mail. It's been a long time. I hope you're all well. As you know, everybody's been, doing the thing with COVID. Um, I had my children here whenever the channel kind of started petering off. My kids were here from New Orleans. They moved home. Then they moved back before things started opening up in New Orleans. They felt like they needed to move back to find a good place to live, and they would worry about work when they got there. So, on faith, they stepped out, went back, and now they're both working again, even though New Orleans still hasn't completely opened. And then we've had two major hurricanes here in southwest Louisiana, and I am very pleased to let you know that my particular home, even though the second one, Hurricane Delta, came right over where I live, my home suffered no damage at all. I'm very blessed because there's a lot of people that can't say that. A lot of people totally lost their homes, uh, jobs, companies, buildings, businesses, totally devastated, that kind of stuff. But the on the bright side, if you want to find a bright side, on the bright side, my oldest daughter and her husband and my two grandkids came and stayed with me after Hurricane Laura, and because their home, they couldn't live in it. I had electricity, they didn't have electricity, and they had water going into their home, so they came and stayed here, and that was really incredible because I was a little nervous because my oldest daughter, is very, very much like me, uh, but she's like me when I was her age, and so she's incredible. She's really incredible. But we had an extremely great time. I fell in love with her all over again. Fell in love with my grandkids all over again, and fell in love with my little son-in-law again. So it was really cool. But anyway, so this community, this Spirit Mail community, has really been on my mind. Let's talk about what's been going on with Cheryl. That would be me, for those of you who don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to piece it together. I know where my heart's calling me, but I do know that whenever I got pulled out or away from the channel, I went right back to 3D work. And it was like Spirit was telling me, you have to learn to live in both worlds. You cannot just stay there or just stay here. If I stayed there in spirit world, or there's a scripture in the Bible actually that says that don't be so spiritual that you're of no good to anybody. I don't know exactly what the scripture is, but it's something like that. And I felt like that's kind of where I was going, even though a lot of you guys were benefiting. My personal life around me was not flourishing the way that it should. And then whenever I went back into the 3D world, it's like I got caught up in corporate real fast all of a sudden, and it didn't take me any time at all to realize, oh, wait, this is not it either. And so it was almost like Spirit pulled me from here, from one extreme to the total other extreme, just to let me see that there needed to be some balance. So I pulled away from that corporate offer. I think I told you guys that I had an offer with a company to go to work with them. It was something I couldn't pass up. But I'm telling you, it wasn't 2 months I was out, because I knew that was not where I was supposed to be. So I went back to work independently in real estate. And I thought, maybe I'm just supposed to teach real estate. And in fact, I'll be teaching 2 real estate classes next week in another little town, about, when I say a town, a city about an hour away from here. I'll be teaching on Tuesday and Thursday. But that still doesn't, because I've done it already since then, that still does not bring me the total fulfillment that talking to you guys brings me. But again, there's got to be some balance. So this is where I'm at right now with the channel, is trying to find the balance. How can I do the work in the 3D that I need to do and incorporate the knowledge that I have about my knowledge, I'm not saying the knowledge like there's only one knowledge, but the things that I understand now that I didn't understand before, how do I incorporate that into my business life? And then how do I do all of that and make time for this channel also? So I'm working on it. So this is what I'm going to tell you about Spirit Mail. I will be here on and off. Make sure you ring my bell, because if you want to get my uploads, you'll need to ring my bell, because they might not be consistent. They might not be. I think I was doing a reading for every sign every week. I won't be doing that. And I was doing a daily mail. Trying to do one every evening too, just a general message. Won't be doing that. I'm going to be doing it at the pace that I feel moved to do it. I may or may not pull tarot cards. I feel like my path on this earth is to share the things that I have been through that have taught me things about myself and about who we are, who I am, I can only speak for myself. We're all supposed to work out our own salvation. That's in the Bible too. Every man should work out his own salvation. But in reality, we all are here to figure it out for us, because what I say works for me might not work for you. And what so and so, the other guru, I'm not a guru, but another guru down the road says works for them might not work for you. And so I want to be able to talk about things that have worked for me. If it resonates with you and you can incorporate it in your stuff, that's fabulous. I want to talk about things that have happened in my life that have been big eye openers, and maybe in those talks, whenever that happens, you'll have an eye-opening moment in your own life. You'll be able to relate it to something that happened in your life. So with all that said, again, I'm not real sure what it's going to look like. I'm just going to do me, and I might change the name of the channel. I have taken my maiden name back, so I might change the name of the channel and just make it my maiden name. I might say Spirit Mail with Cheryl. I don't know yet. It's kind of fluid. It's going. And again, I'm not saying I will never pick up another tarot deck. I will never do a reading, because I don't know. I might. I'm not going to say never about anything. My mama used to say, don't ever say never, because as soon as you say never, it's sure to come into your life. So I'm not going to say never. Because I've noticed a lot of readers, especially ones that I followed, the ones that I resonated with, have left or missing in action or something. It's like we kind of all fell off the face of the earth at the same time, and some of the readers that I resonate with, excuse me, they didn't necessarily fall off the face of the earth. They may have taken a short retreat or whatever, but now they're back, and they were coming back to do something else, but now they're full-blown reading tarot again. So it doesn't, some of them are focusing more on oracles than tarot. There's just different things. We don't know. Energy's fluid, and so we don't ever really know what's going on. I'm sure we all have goals and things that we want to achieve, and think ideas about where we want to go. But that's another saying that I've heard often is, life is what happens, or life is what happens when we're making other plans, or something like that. So, but my goal is, just so you know, my goal is to share with you the journey of incorporating our spiritual life with the 3D world. I have a real good friend here in town. And this is something that's been a huge blessing for me since I've been kind of absent, because you guys, I know you've heard me say, the ones that have followed me, that nobody, I live in a place where I can't talk about this with anybody. Well, Spirit has put somebody in my life that we talk about a lot of stuff that other people would maybe not understand. But I was just going to tell you something she said the other day. It'll come back to me. But anyway, so that's another blessing that I've had since I've kind of gotten off the channel, is that I have somebody in person that I can visit with and confide in and talk to, and all of that stuff. And I've always talked about, our Spirit has shown us through tarot, and I've always known that we're all mirrors for each other. And we were having a conversation just the other day, and I said, all this stuff that I preach or teach you, right? You're teaching me, because what I'm understanding is that everything I'm telling you is stuff I need to address in my own life. And that's kind of the way it works. Whenever there's another scripture in the Bible that says, no man comes to me lest I call him. And so that doesn't mean I get on the phone and say, hey, come over here. But there's something in my soul calling that other person's soul to come to me, to show me what it is in my life that I need to address, or that I need to be grateful for, and that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going all over the place, which is, kind of what I do. Another thing that happened was, I think I might have said in some of the readings or in Daily Mail or something, that I wrote a book. Well, I finally went back during this period. I felt called to go back to that book. I never released it because it was just raw. So I felt called to go back to it and read it and edit it. I have not had a professional editor look at it, but and release it. Here's the cool story. I did not know. I had no clue what I was going to call it. I had no clue what it was going to be titled. The genre, had no clue what it was going to be. I have one sister that I allowed to read it, and she said, it is the most incredible romance I've ever read in my life, and that's all I read is romance novels. What wasn't written as a romance? That's not what I had in mind. But again, we find in any message what it is we're looking for. The other thing, I had a couple other people read it. One of my friends said, oh my God, I couldn't stop turning the pages. One friend said, it kind of reminds me of The Shack. So I've had different feedback. One of my cousins actually told another cousin, I don't know what Cheryl was trying to say in that book. But there you go. So I don't know, but I have put it on Amazon. This is what it looks like. Oh, that was what I was going to tell you, the name of it. I didn't know what I was going to call it. And one day as I was editing, it was like I heard Once in a Blue Moon. And I was like, oh, okay, Once in a Blue Moon what? So then a couple days later, the next part came, Heaven Has a Way of Shaking Things Up. And it's tower moments. It's things like that where we get, if we're not in tune and listening, it's like Spirit comes in and says, here, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand right now. So I did it. Once in a Blue Moon, Heaven Has a Way of Shaking Things Up. And then I heard, listening to a tarot reading or something, that we were fixing to have a blue moon. And I was like, oh my God, is that not a synchronicity? I'm supposed to release that book on the blue moon. So just so you know, I went to KDP Publishing, which is Amazon, and uploaded the book. I'm just going to tell, well, first of all, this is what it looks like. Once in a Blue Moon, Heaven Has a Way of Shaking Things Up. I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to read it. I'm not here to sell you the book. It's just if you want to read it. I'm going to read to you what I wrote on the back. It says, Heaven truly has a way of shaking things up, getting our attention and setting us on a different path. with a whole new understanding of the world around us and love. What love actually is and how it drives us to dig deeper into ourselves. Once in a blue moon, we get it. This is a story based on real life and metaphysical experiences mixed and merged, bringing you to another dimension. You'll experience those on the other side reaching out to communicate with one on this side, and vice versa. So, and it is based on some real experiences that I had. I did it in story form. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm not here to tell you how to manifest anything. I'm not here to tell you how to, because I only know what works for me. But this is not even about that. This is about the journey getting to there. And just so you know, you'll probably be disappointed with the ending. I'm just saying, because I stopped it where I was supposed to stop it, and because there's more of the story to tell. But the book would have been huge, so there'll probably be another book that follows it. But anyway, so it's called Once in a Blue Moon. Heaven Has a Way of Shaking Things Up. I'm going to put the link below if you want to read it. It's available on the Kindle app and it's available in hard copy. I may down the road read it on my channel. I don't know. Look, and I'm not a publisher. I'm not a professional author. There's the cover. Look, there's chapter 1. It starts. I mean, you just open it, it starts. I don't have all those other pages about copyrights and all that other stuff, so I'm putting it out there. It's not copyrighted. It's not. It's just a message. It's my message, basically. I guess is what I want to say. It's a message. I will tell you that whenever I would come to the part where it was time to talk about what was going on the other side, I would put my computer down and I would lean my head back and I would say, okay, God, show me what's happening now over there in this next scene. And a movie would play out in my head. I'm sorry. And a little movie would play out in my head and then I would write it. So some people, I have a friend who said, so you didn't write it by yourself, it was channeled. And maybe. I don't like to use that word. I don't know why. I'm weird. I don't like to say it was channeled. So it's under the genre of fiction because I don't know where else to put it. But I hope that you enjoy it if you decide to get it. And what I would like to do is I would like to have, I can't decide yet, again. And you know what? It's not, okay, so this is another thing I feel like Spirit was telling me. I felt like I really needed to have a professional edit it, but I have not felt like I was supposed to. And I feel like one of the things Spirit was telling me, God was telling me, was that this is it's not about that. It's about the message. So you may find typos, misspelled words. I don't know. You could find something in there. You say, what is wrong with this girl? She don't even know how to write or whatever. You know, it's not been professionally done. This is just me telling a story. That's all. So there you go. That's what it is. But what I do, I think I'm going to either make a Facebook page called Once in a Blue Moon. Heaven has a way of shaking things up. I don't know yet. Or we're just going to do a live on here for discussions for those who have read it, for those who did read it and have questions that they want to ask. I don't know yet. It depends on what you guys do with it. So it depends on, I guess, what you call for. But one of the things I felt like God was telling me through all this was that more people need to know that it's okay to not be perfect. I have another friend who called me and we were visiting and I was telling him about the book and he said, okay, so you need to do this and this and this. And I'm like getting all backed up and I'm like, I don't feel like I need to do that. I don't feel like I'm supposed to do that. I feel like I'm supposed to put the book out there and whoever feels drawn to read it is going to read it. I don't feel like I need to market it except for tell you guys it's here. I don't feel like I need to market it or do chimp mail or any of that stuff to try to get that out there, because I truly believe that when the student is ready, the teacher will come. And I feel like this is going to have something in it somewhere that's going to speak to you on a level that your soul's been calling to understand, possibly. But it's definitely not meant for me to tell you about how your life should be or how you're supposed to think. It's my journey. It's my journey that ultimately ended up putting me where I was when I started Spirit Mail, but I didn't get that far in the book. So there you go. Anyway, for right now, I am going to pull a PS and we're going to see what Spirit has to say just collectively, for the collective. Again, I don't know when I'm going to be getting back on. It could be tomorrow morning for all I know. But I'm going to get on here when I feel called to get on here. I know that earlier I was getting a download about some pretty serious speaking that I needed to do, but it didn't seem to be something that I needed to do here. I don't know. I'm not clear on it yet. But anyway, so I don't know what's going to happen yet. But I love you guys so much. And listen, y'all have been so nice and continue to send messages and stuff like that. And I just appreciate you so very much. I love y'all. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for all of those people out there in the Spirit Mail community, all of those people who have sent messages, who have had thoughts about me, and who have just sent prayers, messages, notes, all of that stuff. Thank you so very much. Thank you for keeping everybody well and safe. Ask you to show us, what is your PS? What is your little 3-part message for the collective, the Spirit Mail community at this time? I thank you for clear and concise messages. I thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And I thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show me clearly, what is the PS? Okay, so I'm going to have to put my glasses back on because I can't see real well. Working on that. Okay. The Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. So this message is for the collective, but again, I feel like people who resonate with this channel probably kind of flow along the same energy lines as I do. That's why you resonate. That's why you're attracted to this channel. So there's the Hermit. I almost feel like this is past, present, future. So this is, this Hermit, this is about going within, right? Has Spirit not given us all a time in our lives where we could truly go within? And this whole COVID, I said a long time ago, whenever on the channel, this is like a reset. I feel like this is time with Spirit's asking us to go within and figure out, what is it that we want in our lives, right? What is it that we want? And then to take that and shine that light into humanity. What is it that's going to help us to shine that light into humanity? Because let me tell you, walking this spiritual journey in the physical 3D world is not easy, right? So what is it that's going to help us to do that? What is it that's going to help me to deal with other professional agents in a way that is always uplifting and in a loving way, but still have the best interest of my client at heart, right? What is it? I got stories. Let me tell you, I got stories for sure over these past few months. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? And Pentacles are about earthly things. And this is past, present, future. So this is present, right? Right now, we're really nurturing or feel like we are nurturing that next step. What's that next step? We've got it in our gut, because we've done this work. Y'all, I know y'all have done this work. I've been doing this work. So it's like, what is it in here? We're nurturing it. We're getting ready to plant it. We're getting ready to set it out there, possibly. But I know you guys have got something that you've been thinking, this is what I need to do. And right now you're in the planning stages, right? It's almost like she's got that one pentacle right there. Now remember, the queen has a lot of influence over a lot of people. So it's about who do you influence, right? And how are you going to influence them? And it's like you've got that little seed right there, and you've got it right at your womb, right at that creative part of yourself. Because whenever we're merging creativity into the 3D, it is a womb thing. It is a creative process, right? The sacral chakra, that's where that's at, right there by the sacral chakra. So it's like you are it's in your womb, right? You're birthing it. You're getting ready to birth it. And then you have the Queen of Wands, right? So the Queen of Wands, look at this. She has actually merged her spiritual and her physical life. See that little cat? He's about intuition, right? The little black cat is about intuition, about staying connected with spirit and source. But she's sitting on her throne, and the wands represent passion. So it's like she's walking out her, and this is not gender specific, guys. This means you too. She's walking, or he's walking out his passion in this 3D world, but staying very connected to source in the process. In other words, she's merging the spirit world and the 3D world together. That veil is getting thinner and thinner. That's another thing that they keep talking about. Whoever they is, that the veil's getting thinner and thinner, and that we're going to begin to manifest things way faster than we ever thought possible. We manifest things. Remember, I always talk about the magician, how the magician, it doesn't mean, hey, now you're going to get to manifest everything in your life. We're constantly manifesting, right? So it's more and more important for us to stay connected to source, to pay attention to our intuition and follow those signs and synchronicities once in a blue moon. That's the whole reason I'm releasing this book today, or telling you guys about this book today, because of the title I got, Once in a Blue Moon, and then here we are with a blue moon. That's a synchronicity, right? So it's like staying in touch with that. And whether this makes me $1 or $10 or $1,000, I don't know. But it's the message, right? It's the passion. It's something that I want people to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, right? So it's like she does that. She walks in her passion in the 3D world and stays very connected to source, so that she merges her spiritual life and her 3D life. She doesn't have to be a tarot reader or a medium or a healer, an energy healer, or anything like that. She runs a kingdom, right? She runs a kingdom. So she's physically in this 3D world, but walking out her passion. It would be that way for y'all. Okay. Guys, I am so excited about what's to come. I know there's a lot of fear mongering out there, but I want y'all to know something. Everything that happens is for our best. I believe that. There's a scripture, and I know I keep doing that. God takes those things that Satan meant to destroy, right? Were meant to be destructive, and turns them to good for those who love them. So, love him. So it's not about us changing the world. It's about us changing ourselves. Because whenever we can go in and change who we are and be at peace, no matter what's going on out there, we say at peace, it does change the energy, the collective energy of humanity. So that's where we have to start. And Spirit has given us a lot of time, right? Beginning in March, to really go within and think about it. What is important to us? What is our message, right? What is it that we want to say? Guys, I love y'all so very much. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button so that, other people who are subscribed, make sure that it pops up there. Hit the bell notification if you haven't already done so. All that, whatever all that stuff is that y'all need to do. Just do it. I love y'all so very much, and I will be seeing you. Thank you so much. Mwah. Have a super duper day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Oh, there's a link below for the book. Bye.